There are days that press harder than our strength. Days that take more than we meant to give. Days when faith doesn't feel like soaring. It feels like surviving. It feels like lying in the dust, waiting for breath. But there's a pattern deeper than the pain, a rhythm older than the ache, a truth stronger than the weight. The body of Christ follows the life of Christ. Crucifixion, resurrection, ascension, and return. Not as metaphor, as spiritual DNA. Every disciple eventually learns this. Following Jesus isn't just believing what he taught. It's stepping into the pattern he lived. He walked through misunderstanding, through betrayal, through false accusation, through abandonment, through systems set against him. He knew what it was to be misread, to be dismissed, to be crushed, and yet he rose. Not because the world suddenly understood him, but because resurrection was the life of God moving through him. Paul says, we carry around in our body the death of Jesus, so that the life of Jesus may also be revealed in us. Meaning this: the pressure you feel is not abandonment. It's the place where Christ is being revealed. The dying to ego, to reputation, to certainty, to comfort is not wasted, it's soil. And resurrection grows in soil. When you're pressed, you're not destroyed. When you're struck down, you're not abandoned. When you feel buried, you're only being planted. This is why the body of Christ cannot stay dead. This is why his people rise again and again. Resurrection isn't something we wait for. It's something written into us. Acts 1 shows the disciples staring into the sky, waiting for Jesus to reappear, the same way he left. But the story that follows reveals something far more intimate. Jesus does return, but not as a solitary figure. Descending through the clouds, he returns through the Spirit. He returns by forming a new body. He returns by filling his people with his own life. He told them, I will not leave you as orphans, I will come to you. The world will not see me, but you will see me. I am in the Father, you are in me, and I am in you. This isn't the language of absence. It's the language of indwelling presence. He wasn't pointing to a distant return in the same human form. He was pointing to a near transformative one. Pentecost is the proof. The Christ who ascended returns through the Spirit, becoming visible again in the lives of those who bear his name, a presence the world can oppose but never extinguish. This is why the early believers could say with confidence, Christ is here, Christ is present, Christ is alive in his body. Christ did not leave the world. He changed the way he is present in it. In every generation, a new body rises, a people shaped by the Spirit, carrying his compassion, his courage, his truth, his mercy. The second coming is not only a moment, it is a continual appearing. Christ rising again through his people. And there's a tenderness here for the ones who feel most broken, most behind, most unworthy. If you're discouraged, if you're carrying the weight of your own failures, you're not outside his appearing. You may be the very place where it becomes most visible. Those who felt their own need deeply often carry his compassion most clearly. Your story, your healing, your rising, these are not separate from Christ's presence. They are one of the quiet ways he lets himself be seen. Jesus said, to whom much is forgiven, much is loved. He wasn't glorifying sin. He was revealing a mystery. Those who know mercy become the clearest carriers of it. The forgiven become forgiving. The restored become restorers. The lifted become lifters. Your life becomes proof that Christ has not abandoned the world. He continues to rise within it. So if you feel small, unseen, ashamed, hear this. You are not outside the story. You are part of his appearing. He shows himself through the humble, the repentant, the ones who have been brought low and raised again. He appears through your courage to stand back up, through your willingness to forgive, through the mercy you extend because you know what it is to need mercy yourself in you.
your life, even in its unfinishedness, is one of the places where the world can still say, Christ is here, Christ is present, Christ is alive in his body. The crucifixion is never the end. Not for Jesus, not for his people, not for you. The world may misunderstand you, circumstances may bury you, but the Spirit who raised Jesus from the dead lives in you. And because of that, you will rise again.